J-Dubb here. I just flew back from Vidcon and boy are my arms... No. Anyways, you've all been waiting for me to talk about my trip to Vidcon the other day. About a week ago. A little over a week ago. Almost 2 weeks ago. Don't judge me! Anyways, I couldn't really come up with an idea to do a video about that I really felt sold on. You know, I've really been enjoying my videos lately and I've been enjoying this format that I have going on, and I couldn't really think of any way to do a VidCon video that didn't interrupt that format. So I got to VidCon and there were some good changes this time around. For instance, crowd control was a lot better. There weren't any teenager stampedes or anything like that. Also, the Creator Pass was a nice touch. It allowed us content creators to go into our own exclusive area with a lounge. Plus, I enjoyed just going up and down the escalator so I could have security allow me into an exclusive area. There didn't seem to be very many people who I knew there this time around. Hung out with Greg Benson a little bit, who also couldn't come up with a video idea. So we just ended up playing pinball.
Why are you shooting vertically? Why would you?
I don't know.
Why would you shoot vertically?
I don't know, I don't typically video with my phone. That's how I'm used to holding it for pictures, and don't judge me! I hung out with Jake Has an Apple a bit, and I slapped him with a big rubber hand. You know, I didn't see him a whole lot after that. I looked for Lane Vids, but I didn't see him around anywhere. At one point I went to a panel called Standing Out in a Sea of Saturation, about standing out and you know, one of the major discussions on this panel was about creativity and finding creative inspiration, and Wheezy Waiter, who was on this panel, made a comment that got me thinking. He said, "There's no such thing as inspiration." Basically, the point was you don't find your creative flow by sitting around waiting for inspiration to hit you like this. But in order to be in a creative flow, you have to do things that are creative, and even if you don't have a whole lot of ideas, you have to start something in order for ideas to come to you. So I made an executive decision and decided to do a video interviewing people about how do you define reality.
Objective, I think that it's different for everyone. Like, my reality is different from like that guy's reality over there.
Reality is what you take and perceive to be true. So my reality is anywhere within my sight and realm of thinking.
So I decided I would devote the next day to filming this video. And so the next day I got up and went out, and I didn't really feel like it. I just wasn't feeling that boldness and that invigoration that I'm usually feeling when I make my VidCon videos. And so I just kind of wandered around, and I realized that I hadn't had any kind of life-changing revelation. Every VidCon I've ever been to, there's always been some sort of life-changing revelation. And then I remembered Wheezy Waiter saying there is no such thing as inspiration. And then I remembered the whole discussion about how you don't get into the creative flow by sitting around waiting for inspiration. You just gotta do it anyway, even if you don't feel like it. So I put my camera around my neck and decided I was on a mission to film my video, and it worked. I started feeling inspired. And then I realized that I was inspired by Wheezy Waiter saying that there's no such thing as inspiration. And that inspired a whole train of thought unto itself, and so I decided that's what I'd make my video about. Here it is! I have traveled here to Anaheim, California in order to document the annual migration of YouTubers known under the scientific term as VidCon. Here we have a couple of YouTubers. You can tell by the sounds that they're making that they're communicating.